In this short video, I want to talk about how do we align ourselves with the source? How do we align ourselves with the higher self? How do we really get connected to a place deep within us that is nameless, birthless, timeless? Let's talk about that in today's video. With that, let me quickly introduce myself to you. My name is Vinayak. I'm a spiritual coach. I help people let go of the past, create a shift at the identity level so that people can quantum jump into their desired reality. With that, let's quickly get started. So when you say that I want to connect to my source, I want to connect to my higher self, let's look at the I. Who really wants to connect to the higher self? Who is the I? Is that I a thought? Is that I the identity that says that it wants to connect to the source? Right? So, is it coming from a place of escapism that there's a lot of problems going on and I would just like to connect to my source so that I get rid of these problems? Who is the I? And why is the I even asking for that question? That is, it wants to connect to the higher self. Right. So let's look at it. The I was born. The I, the identity, was being created when you were a small kid and you were given a name. And whenever your name was called out, you responded and you thought you were that. And you kept repeating, people kept repeating that name, and you always identified yourself with that identity. And then slowly and gradually, we start taking in different programming, different kind of characteristics, different attributes, and something works really well, we adapt that. Something doesn't work, we don't adapt that. And those things gets programmed into our software. And that ego, that identity says that I am my body and my body is called Vinayak. I am my mind and my mind is going here and there. It just keeps thinking. I am my thoughts, right? I am my occupation. I have this car, this bike. I belong to this family, this religion. And it keeps talking, and we have an idea of the source depending on different religious, cultural upbringing. And we have some idea that this will be the source and this is how heaven is, and we have all that preconditioned things that is there in the programming. So when we actually let go of all of these things, can we still ask this question? Can we still come to this realization that there is a curious part inside you that really wants to connect to the source? And there's another part of you that says, I am disconnected from the source. That's why it wants to connect to the source. So there's a difference here. One part is really curious that I am the source and I am this being, but I'm calling myself Vinayak or somebody else. But how do I become more of that nameless being? That is the question, right? And the ego puts that question in a different way. That is, how do I connect with the source? That itself says that you're not connected to the source. And I want you to go into this realization that there is a mind in you, a thought, an idea in you that says that you are disconnected from the source. And you would like to realign, you would like to reconnect to that. Who is that really? It is just a software, it is just a center that keeps thinking all these thoughts. And the center, when it keeps thinking all these thoughts, we can really not look because the center is looking, right? But the center was created over here on planet Earth once you were born, and in some culture, in some society programming, all that the center just took and said, this is me. And if this asks the question, and if this wants to really connect to the source, this can really not do it. Beyond that, while I'm talking to you, can you feel right now that there is an awareness of the center. The awareness is not the center. The awareness is looking at the center from a place beyond, much more powerful than the center. It's looking from that place at the center, which is a little, I would say, from a lower frequency, and this is a higher frequency, just looking at it. And when you look at it, you also realize that that part inside you, which is nameless, deathless, that divine supreme being, is really looking at that thing. And that really divine supreme being doesn't want that fame, doesn't want that recognition, doesn't want people to think this or that. It just wants freedom, it wants peace, it wants happiness, it wants joy. Right? And that's what kids want, right? Without the programming, look at kids. They are so aligned with the source. They are so much connected to a part that is deeper in them. So there is a part inside you that is extraordinary. But the world has told you that you are ordinary, you got to do this and that, and you got to live an ordinary life. But no, there is a part inside you that still believes in you, that still believes in your dreams, that still wants to live an extraordinary life, that wants freedom, that wants, space and freedom and just ultimate joy, just wants to feel that deep inner bliss, inner peace. And that itself is alignment with the source. We are, in fact, the source which has occupied this body, and this body is now called Vinayak or something else, right? With this supreme understanding of this reality, what happens is, can we right now just feel that there is a kind of alignment and a kind of connection that you're feeling right now, that is the place of the real divine, that is a place where your divine resides. And my intention is to just work from that place, talk from that place, give from that place, right? Just anything that we do, if we can do it not from the egoic place, but from that divine space within us, that is source alignment. That is you aligning yourself with that source, with that creator. The creation and the creator are never separate. So you are the creation. That means that you are the creator as well. And that is called as pure alignment. With that, I conclude this video, and I sincerely hope this video was highly impactful. If you want, you can just watch it again. I'll just quickly recap this video for you. So, how is it that we can align ourselves with the source, right? When you say that I want to align myself with the source, who is the I? First of all, look at it. Look at your programming, that the I is trying to reconnect with the source. That shows, that says that it is already disconnected. And when we let go of that false notion, what happens is the truth is revealed to us. And the truth is that we are already aligned, we are already connected. All that we got to do is make that thing more corrosion free, more resistance free, so that we can enjoy true freedom, true peace, true joy and true bliss. And from that space, what happens is the aura expands like anything, and people around you, they just think that, oh my god, you just got some superhuman abilities. But the only thing is that you just connected to that place that is nameless, birthless, deathless, and that thing is aware of the programming, and you don't want to live from that programming anymore. You want to live from that space of extraordinary, of timeless, of peace, right? So with that, I once again I hope that this video was highly impactful. If you have any other questions and if any other suggestions for any other video, I would love to talk about that. And I also want to quickly tell you that If at all you're interested in quantum jumping, transforming your life, you can click on the link below, and we can schedule a quick call to figure out if we both can work together. And with that, I conclude this video, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay as awareness. Peace.